Hello, my name is Rex, and welcome to episode 1 of our series as the United States Divisionary Gleam. A great and terrible world wars ended in the absolute defeat of Central Powers, and the Russian revolutions ended in the communist government that each year resembles a dictatorship. In America and Europe, fears are rising. A terrible financial storm will destroy the prosperity that has helped stabilize the nation stabilize the world after the Great War. We're going to select a scenario and play as Hoover. The United States is retreated back into isolationism at the end of the last Great War, enjoying a period of economic prosperity during the Roaring Twenties. This came to a dramatic end when the nation was gripped by the Great Depression. America's policy of non-interventionism in foreign wars has stood firm, but tensions are rising in both Europe and Asia. The Great Neutral may find itself drawn to Maelstrom whether it wants to or not. Our leader is Herbert Hoover, and let's go. We're going to have historical focus on, because I don't want to have a communist Germany, and, it will be more interesting this way, so, have France go, I don't know, fascist, and then beat Germany up, I don't know, strange things can happen, the question is, I just don't want it to happen. Then have fascist Britain, who knows, we have the fascist allies, I just don't want it, so, we are not that bad on guns, I must say. We are pretty decent. 15 divisions. Those are all pretty low on supplies. Let's get Omar Bradley in. Play him on the southern border. Oh, no, I don't want you guys. I want to have a good order. I want to delete this. There we go. Anyway, let's get some guns ready up. We can get cruisers, I guess. Then we can get some engineering. We can get... Oh, we can't get construction yet, so I guess we'll get this. Can't get that yet. We can get superior firepower, which is what we're going to do. And we can get infrastructure, Maryland, Ohio, Indiana. Ohio, let's go for industrial. We'll probably go this way real quick. Industrial progression. And let's go. How many divisions do they have? They are on volunteer only. 611. We can go depressionary budgets. Look at the other focus trees real quick, because not a whole lot's going to happen. So this may be a long episode, just an hour. Senator from Minnesota offers support. Do we even need the support? I mean, let me look. It doesn't quite look like it. I mean... This smells of corruption. I think that's the truth. This smells of corruption. Herbert Hoover would never accept one of these things. We can represent speaks passionately in support of the government. Hoorah! Hey, we still own the Philippines. Hooray! That's good. I don't have a problem with that. Let's look at their focus tree real quick. So they have a cool little focus tree. That's pretty cool. Eventually we're going to be fighting the Japanese, so that's not going to be fun, but industrial progression, let's go with, Pan American. The Great Depression isn't as bad for them as it is for us, unfortunately. Our depression's a lot worse. We have 40%. So, looks like everyone has it. Yeah. Doesn't look like they have a giant focus tree, unfortunately. Um, they have a decently sized focus tree, because they're neutral or whatever, not custom. War games, deflationary economics. Looks like it's pretty much generic. Senator from Kansas offers support. This smells of corruption. You don't really need any support, so right now we're just trying to gain political power. And that's probably my goal, is to gain political power. Oh, 500. Pan American. Let's go Ford expands internationally. So we can get Guam as a core. That's cool. The dark economic horizon. Automobile sales are falling below 1920 levels. Unemployment is rising. Banks are failing. Businesses are closing their doors. I still have a job. Representatives criticize the president. No joke. I can see why. Second London Naval Treaty signed. This will safeguard. I'm not sure if that's quite right, but hey, we're above Britain in capital ship strength. That's nice. Can we even build battleships? It doesn't look like it. Cruisers, we can build light cruisers though. I guess we'll, let's build some destroyers. I mean, I don't have a problem with building a heck of a lot of destroyers. Cruiser hull. I think we can actually build more cruisers this way if we just have these guys build infinitely. Yeah, let's put up to 1. We got Porsche. Unfortunately, we can't gain a political advisor. I'm probably gonna wait for a captain of industry. That's or a silent workhorse. Probably captain of industry. That's probably gonna be the best to go down. Extra research slot. Fortunately, we're losing stability, and so we can't. United States. What? Why are we losing our factories? This is very sad. Sandra retires. He will be missed, and his votes as well. Good for us. It's not as important this time around, but I mean, it's still important. It's just not as important, I guess I should say. She's right, you know. If you guys would like to see any, probably go with Neutrality Act. That's probably what we're gonna go down because it's. I think the reason they have it so late is because it's a smaller focus tree. And Arsenal of Democracy is gonna be very helpful, so probably go down that. Give me a minute. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back though. Probably gonna be doing this for about an hour or so. Belgium doesn't have a. They just have a generic focus tree, sadly. Luckily for them, they have a nice little thing, focus 3. Extra research slot. Which will give us, let's go down Grumman. 10% faster. That's going to be very helpful. Smoke generators, I guess. BARs, soaks and mortars. I guess we can just go down the, not base strike, trade interdiction. Luckily their stability is terrible. That's cool. The critical weakness, we have bigger problems. Like our economy, like we have bigger problems, okay guys? That's not our bigger problem. It's important and all, but it's not the most important. So Czechoslovakia might have a bonus when it comes time for war. Just because they've had such a long time to prepare against the Germans. I don't know if they should call it it's called the Republican Party. It just shows up as the Democratic Party, which is unfortunately wrong. House hearings into the presidential misconduct. A witch hunt. An absolute witch hunt. We may wait until we can go down civilian economy. I just want to see if we can. If we can't, we have time. That's the point of this. We have time to do what we want. And it's nice having time to do what we want. So, Grumman, bring in industry leaders. Retool this. They are gaining quite a large military industry, unfortunately. It's already going down. Go with Britain. Yeah, I'm not sure if they should be allowed to do that, but, I mean, I guess I can't say they can't. I'm not the modder, so, I'm not gonna you know what? We're just gonna go down and research what will we research? Because we're not gonna research that. That'll take too long. Construction speed. That's what we'll take. Luckily, rapid industrialization is basically there. Bank of the United States collapses. The private bank had over 160 million deposits, which was the 4th largest bank in the United States. Its failure is widely considered to be the cause of nationwide run on the banking system. Wow. We're just losing more and more civilian factories. It's crazy. Permian Basin, I guess. Senator votes for a government proposal, a useful ally. Certainly. I guess they think it's okay since they are going down. Can't exactly complain, I guess. Smoke generators, I can't go down that. So you got firefighting drills. Nope. Nope. We're not getting firefighting drills. What can we get? I guess we can get this primitive machine tools. I guess we can get. So I think we'll be around 1936 by the end of this episode. We should be there, I believe. She's right, you know. Yes, she is correct. The Permian Basin. Joyner discovers East Texas oil. Columbus, Mary, and Joyner began to drill for oil 8 miles west of Henderson, Texas, on the farm of Daisy Bradsford. Using a flimsy pine rig and a battered tools, his first 2 wells were unsuccessful. Eventually, at 8 p.m. on October 3rd, 1930, Daisy Bradford, number 3, struck oil. Shortly after, another new well reached oil, producing a gusher of spectacular initial daily flow of 22,000 barrels. It is becoming clear that enormous sea of oil is down there just waiting to be extracted. The East Oil Rush has begun. Excellent. Whale boom. We have a heck of a lot of oil. France and Britain announce alliance. They are preparing for the worst. The German Republic better be ready for war. Looks like Yugoslavia is already doing their early focuses, which is a bit weird, but okay. Oil boom's gonna be nice. And then go for extra research. Probably gonna go for extra research slot pretty quick because that's probably gonna be the most helpful to us. Sander votes for a government proposal, a useful ally. Certainly. So we're just going to go for a historical game. If you guys would like to see this as we go, maybe we can go. Or would you like to see base game and we go Confederate States of America? And that's the question. What would you guys like to see? Just please leave a comment down below. Leave a like. Leave a subscribe. And you should see a thing at the end of the video. I've been working hard to try and get the editing slightly better. Not really editing, YouTube editing, whatever it's called. It's gotten slightly better. It's not much better, I will admit, but it is slightly better. So I hope you guys like that. If you don't, that's fine. Disgraceful. Representatives criticizing the president. Hey, we're trade partners with France. That's nice. Crystalline collapses. Nuts. Australia's premier bank has become insolvent, triggering a cascading effort of banks failure since Central Europe. The collapse has caused 5 European banks to begin a run on the U.S. dollar for their gold reserve, which has turned to contribute to deeming the depression in the second round of banking failures in the U.S. Nuts. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on our stability. That's what we have Hoover for, though. Hoover, President Hoover. Norman Harrington. Let's go with President Hoover. I don't want to be able to not do it, so, in time, so, may as well. Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. Probably go for that. 100 days. Jeez Louise. Takes a while. It's gonna take a long time. Senator speaks out against government policy. He'll come running back soon enough, though. They went with the Third Reich. Of course, it's run historical. That makes sense. It would be cool if we could elect Huey Long. That would be cool. I mean, if they could do that, that would be, I think, very awesome. So they've added some focuses. I like this mod so far. It's not the best mod, to be fair. Sure, it has some work I think that needs to be done with it, but it's a pretty good mod so far. Like, I'm not sure France should be able to join the Allies that quickly. That's just my opinion, though. Witch hunt. They criticized the president. Dana Bank collapses. Germany's second most important bank has become insolvent. Although private banks in New York City and Bank of New England begin emergency lending in Germany, the banking crisis spills over to Hungary and Romania. Gosh, wish we had investments there. Gosh, not wish we. Gosh, we had investments there. Lose more stability. Oh gosh. We're way behind on weapons now. I can see where 1936 comes into play. But luckily we got some civilian factories, at least. I mean, we got some. Not a whole lot, but some. We're almost done with the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act, which is nice to see. That it's almost finally done. The smells of corruption. So no. Unfortunately, we're losing political power, so we gotta work quickly, boys. If signed, the tariff will be the second highest in the U.S. in 100 years. The act, following the retaliatory tariffs by our trading partners, might be a major factor in the reduction of our exports and imports. Many economists believe the passage of the bill will make the Great Depression much worse. I veto this bill. Hey, I'm not gonna sign it, just got it out of the way at least. Hoover's Propaganda. That's how we're gonna go down next, and then we're gonna go final two. Formation flying. Dive bombing. Or no, no dive bombing. No. We're gonna go down synthetic oil. Or fuel storage, whatever. That's what we're going down. Yes, please, because everything's gonna take a long time. I think this mod does a pretty good job of balancing, though. I can't say it does a fantastic job of balancing, but it does a good enough job of balancing, which I must admit is pretty fantastic to see from a mod. It's basically just population, so it's not going to do a whole lot for them. Once they get it, Representative seeks fast change support of the government. She's right, you know. Yes, she is. Hoover's Propaganda is almost done. Hoorah. I like the portrait, though. It's a nice portrait. I still think the Kaiserreich one is better, though. Though it is a nice portrait, I must admit. So, I'm running out of things to talk about. I guess we're just gonna wait here and sit for the thing to get ready. Yeah, at least they're gonna have a large navy, so I mean, there's that. Britain has a large navy. I mean, they're not gonna have a large navy at least. They have 10% stability. Hoover's propaganda. I guess that would. I don't know why we would do that. Clear out the bonus army. World War veterans and their families known as the Bonus Army of gathered in Washington. The World War Justice Compensation Act of 1924 gave the bonuses. They can't, I mean, hey, that's just what they get, okay? That's just what they get. I mean, come on, guys. Forbids yellow dog contacts from stopping the federal government from issuing injunctions, nonviolent labor disputes. Okay, let's go for that. And we can clear out the bonus army. Senator votes for government proposal, a useful ally. Certainly so. I don't know if they have midterm elections. I certainly hope so, but mein Reich ein Volk an Führer. Certainly gonna have to work up off of this terrible stability Germany has. Everyone has really horrific stability, so except Britain. Britain is fantastic stability. Canada is even better. China doesn't have great. Japan is okay stability. Soviet aid. Oh, do they have a custom focus 3? They do. That's cool. I wonder if the creators. I doubt the creator is from Turkey, but that's certainly cool. That's cool. I must admit that is cool. What can I talk about? Not a whole lot. We're building a large army. We're about to get Norris LaGuardia Act. Trade interdiction. I'm not gonna go for that because that's just gonna take forever. Firefighting drills. No, I can't go for that. What can I go for? Can't go for that. I mean, what can I go for? I guess I'll go for delay. I mean, I guess. I particularly don't. I mean, just annoying to have to wait that long to get everything. House hearings into the presidential misconduct, a witch hunt. I'm gonna go for Federal Home Loan Bank Act. So we can start getting a bit more political power in our country. We have decent ruling party popularity, 14%. You might be like, that's terrible, and to be fair, it's not great, but, I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Maybe we can get some more steel. More steel is always good, and aluminum. We don't have as much steel and aluminum. Useful ally, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Soviet Union, communist propaganda. Decent stuff, I guess. I guess we can go for a field hospital. I usually get that anyway, so I mean, might as well go for it. Federal Bank Home Loan, we're almost halfway there, and we're almost halfway through today's episode. We're probably going to go for around 15 minutes or so, and then we'll probably end the episode. Ford Hunger March. A march of unemployed auto workers started in Detroit, ended in Dearborn, Michigan. The confrontation was 4 workers were shot to death by Dearborn Police Department and security guards employed by Ford Motor Company. More than 60 workers were injured, many by gunshot wounds. We're going to go for rebuke excessive police violence. Yes, because we want that stability. We want our stability. In the long run, it's going to be better for us, stability. So, let's get to work. Fuel storage. I guess we'll go back here and we'll get logistics company. I mean, that could be helpful. So, let's get logistics company. Um, Federal Bank Home Loan, yes please. There we go, we're almost done. 2 days, 1 day. There we go. Reconstruction Finance Corp. 8% stability, that's going to be very helpful to get back on our feet. Invoke Article 48. Jeez, for 365 days they're going to have nice stability. Right now they have fairly low stability. Representative speaks passionately in support of the government. She's right, you know. I want to get this Captain of Industry, William Knudsen, but can't right now, unfortunately. We are really depressed if you look at our guy. He's been hurt a lot, poor guy. His head's been hit, you know. It's hit the back of his head, poor guy. Opposition suffers to be in the Senate. Fantastic. That doesn't do a whole lot for me. We're still in the minority. Though we will be able to go. Probably go for this next. Three, 2, 1, 0. Oh, we gotta clear out the bonus army. Jeez Louise, I guess we're not gonna be able to get him as quick as I was wanted, but at least we got some factories. FDR in, so I mean, I wish it was just a normal election, but I mean, I guess they don't want to do that. I don't know why, but anyway, that's fine. Dow Jones at 41.22. The Dow Jones Industrial Index bottoms out 41.22. The lowest levels recorded in the 20th century, representing an 89% loss from its peak in September 1929. Is anyone anywhere hiring? Everywhere. We lose a heck of a lot of stability. We only have one factory. Jeez Louise. Seriously. Not good. Von Papen represents criticized the president's absolutely disgraceful. What else can we do right now? So we might end up on 1933, and then the next episode will be on 1936, hopefully. Italy. They have slow economic growth. Jeez Louise, they're doing fairly well for themselves, I must admit. Opposition suffers defeat in the Senate again. Fantastic. We're at even right now. They're doing slightly worse than the Germans right now. They're doing much better in divisions wise. Basic excavation. I guess we'll get some recon companies because there's not a whole lot we can do. So I guess we'll get recon companies. Almost cleared out the bonus army. I wonder what it will do. 98, 99, and here we go. Bonus Army Route. The U.S. Attorney General William D. Mitchell ordered the veterans to remove from all government property. Washington police met with resistance. Shots were fired. 2 veterans were wounded and later died. The president ordered the Army to clear out the marchers' campsite. Army Chief of Staff General Douglas MacArthur commanded the infantry and cavalry supported by 6 tanks. The Bonus Army marchers with their wives and children were driven out of their shelters and buildings burned. This episode is already costing President political support in many states. Sounds very bad. I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have just paid the Bonus Army. But anyway, if I knew like that, I probably would have done that. But I guess not. We're going down the historical route. Really going down the historical route. Except I kind of went for industry a bit more. And we're losing a lot more. So that is not fantastic. Not fantastic at all. Hitler appointed Chancellor. In a surprising turn of events, President Hindenburg has appointed Adolf Hitler Chancellor of Germany. Hindenburg, who is up by now, has refused to appoint Hitler Chancellor, was reportedly persuaded by Franz von Papen to make the appointment. Yet another Chancellor. There he is. Hitler. Representative seeks passionately support the government. She's right, you know. I don't know why you would be after we just shot a bunch of poor veterans. But, you know, I guess. So I guess they're going to be a bit weaker later on. We could have just paid the freaking boat. I should have done that. It didn't say there was any punishment. If I knew there was a punishment, I wouldn't have done it. You know, regrets. Hashtag regrets. Am I right, guys? Anyway. I'm not sure if we own this lake right here. In real life, I'm pretty sure this is owned by the Canadians. I think some mods do that, but I'm pretty sure it's owned by the Canadians. Look, I know this is Lake... I don't even remember. I think this is... I can't even remember what the lakes are. I know this is Lake Erie. This is, I think, Lake Ontario. This is Lake Michigan. And then this is Lake Superior. And this is Lake... Is this Lake Huron? I'm going to say it's Huron. I know all the lakes. I just don't know where they are. Anyway. The Democratic National Convention in recent economic atrocities ensured that he who receives the Democratic nomination will be turned into to elected president. The 2 primary candidates are Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Al Smith. Al Smith is a progressive reformer who opposes prohibition, believes in reform and constitutional supremacy, and fiscally sound economic solutions to the Great Depression. Franklin Roosevelt is a flexible, resourceful politician who believes in human needs out of ideological conformity. Many see him as the ideal choice for president if the wrong man is nominated. The country may descend into chaos. Nominate Roosevelt. And we go. Let's sign the pork legislation, I guess. No, we'll go down industrial adoption of Fordism. No, we probably shouldn't have shot the Bonus Army. Well, we're here anyway. We can't do anything about it, so that's sad. What's the Nazi Party do for them? Gives them some critical population. I think this mod does a really good job of balancing, though. It really does a good job of balancing just the strengths and weaknesses of nations. And if something like this was done in Kaiserreich, I don't know how to say it. That would be absolutely amazing. Menchuka. That would be... I wish we got a news event about that. If Kaiserreich started in 1930, it would absolutely be a much better mod. It's already a fantastic mod. I know it would be a lot more work for the poor mod developers. But, I mean, if you think about it, wouldn't you rather have... probably should have gotten this a while ago. Let's get George. Well, let's get George Marshall. Field Hospital. Let's get maintenance companies. As well, they should support the government. Hoorah! I don't know when our president gets nominated. I know when he actually does get nominated. It's like March. Banks across America are collapsing, leaving their accountants holders with nothing. Many are calling on the elected but non-inaugurated President Roosevelt to seize power early in order to stop the total collapse of American banking. Has my bank collapsed? well, that didn't do terrible stuff for us. I think maybe we're too low. I don't know. Anyway, that's fine with me. If you guys like to see more Kaiserreich, please just comment down below. And I mean, I'm still doing the series with AFP, by the way, American First Party, whatever it is, the American Union State. We're still doing that, by the way. If you think we're not, well, we are, but it's just I haven't been. Senator retires, he'll be missing his votes as well. I just haven't been playing it recently, and I will go back to it. I just have been playing some of War, not with my friends, of course, because I don't have any. But still, I don't know. If you guys like to see some Kaiserreich, just leave a comment down below. You can play some more. I guess you can play as the Combined Syndicates of America back in the USA, and you can go down President Eden's path or something. Actually, leave a comment down below. FDR, President of the United States. Things can't get worse. Franklin Delano Roosevelt has become President of the United States of America, and he's taken over an difficult time. It's hoped that he's equal challenges the American people face. Things can't get worse, can they? Franklin Delano Roosevelt elected president. Franklin Delano Roosevelt has been elected president of the United States during the darkest hours of the Great Republic. The collapse in 1929 is deep into unbelievably severe depression. Chaos looms on the dark horizon, with Franklin Delano Roosevelt being the only ray of hope. Perhaps he can restore democratic order. There he is. There's a little FDR. Probably should have done that. So, let's cancel this. Let's get President Roosevelt. Oh. Well. I made a mistake. Emergency Banking Act. I wasted all of it on... Well, darn. The Reichstag fire. They both have the SA and the SS. Though luckily their stability will be much lower later. Sorry about my cough, guys. Sorry about that. Belgium, she's right, you know. Luckily we have a lot of support from the government. Emergency Banking Act should be quite helpful. We've made some mistakes on our long road, but that's fine. I'm not going to restart because of it, you know. We're about 10 days away from the Emergency Banking Act being completed. We're probably emergency. Okay, that's great. Fireside chat. Let's go with fireside chat first, and then we can go down good neighbor policy, and then a New Deal. Opposition suffers defeat in the Senate. Hoorah! We have good support right now. Fortunately, we can't get small lobbying effort, so we're just gonna have to wait. Assuming this removes SA. Yeah, it does. Delay. Mobile defense. So we're about 5 minutes away from being done, so we'll just finish off probably with this next focus. A New Deal. Hoorah. Let's get that. Oh, Tennessee Valley Authority is going to be fantastic. Sorry about the wind over there, guys. Sorry about that. Let me turn down the fan. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Do apologize. France is going down heavy fighter focus. Doesn't look like they have too many industrial focuses, unfortunately. Do they? They do, actually. House hearings into presidential misconduct. An absolute witch hunt. Are they already going down steady as she goes? Oh. I guess they can do it early, I guess. Okay. It's cool for them. Recon Company. I guess we can go for Construction 1. It's going to be quite helpful. Oh yeah, I was wondering, we could do another series on the Red World again. I mean, we might just do that. That's sad that they don't have personal ones for these. Tennessee Valley Authority, though, is something we're going to get right now. He'll come running back soon enough. Luckily, we're running pretty fast already. Still 3 years into the game, we're running fairly well. Though the Germans are pumping out divisions, I must say. They are pumping them out. They're just getting them out as quickly as they can, it looks like. Finland has quite a lot. If we can intervene early, that would be fantastic, but we can't, sadly. Because of all our banks being lost. Our poor banks. How sad. Luckily, we're almost good on infantry equipment, so that's good. We just have like 1,000 left to do, and we're usually like have to get that down by 1940. We'll be good. We'll be able to get a couple more divisions out, though. I mean, I don't know if we'll be perfectly. We'll probably be exactly where we are. But this, I mean, it does add a lot to it starting in 1930. It really does just add a lot. I mean, Kaiserreich leading up to 1936, it would just be fantastic to do. Maybe you could elect someone else besides Hoover. I mean, that would be a dream mod if you had Kaiserreich, but it started in 1930. That would absolutely be just my dream mod. Tennessee Valley Authority. Can we get this? Let's get that. And then we can go. Then we can get second New Deal. And then recovery. Representatives criticize the president. We don't need to have a good neighbor policy. That's stupid. But it was probably a dumb decision earlier to get that minus 5% on stability. It would have been better to have more stability, I think. But that's just me. Mexico oil nationalized. Lázaro Cárdenas has been stirring up the population nonsense aimed at our economic interests in Mexico, and now Partido Revolutionary has passed legislation to nationalize assets of Royal Dutch Shell, Standard Oil of California, and many other international oil firms. Although the Constitution allows this action, international justice demands compensation for the losses suffered by their firms. The oil barons are demanding we act. We're going to go embargo them right now. Until they come to their senses. At least they're going down compensation, so. They'll come running back soon enough. And I think we're going to accept the compensation, just take the political power. Because we do have plenty of oil. So, I mean, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. How much oil do they even have? Not very much. I mean, guys, just come to America. We basically have all of it in Texas. Texas is all the oil you got. In Oklahoma, come there. That's where you get your oil. Second largest oil producer is the Soviet Union. They were doing fairly well. The Communist Party of the USA is doing fairly well. Mexican compensation. The government of Lazaro Cardenas has agreed to pay for Royal Dutch Shell and Standard Oil of California compensation in exchange for the losses sustained by the firms during nationalization of the oil fields. The United Mexican States will not give back any oil concessions, but our national prestige and financial interests are at least stated. Good, we can trade on these terms. Yeah, I think we can trade on these terms. I guess we can get a. Can't even research. I'm too light. There we go. Let's get the M2 light tank. This is probably where we're going to end today's episode, but I hope you all enjoy. We'll start to focus on Agriculture Security Exchange Act. But I hope you all do enjoy, and please leave a like. Please comment down below. And finally, last of all, please subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and